keep it professional, and let's give them the floor. And you can go ahead, Eric.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. See, Justin's background is way more badass than mine. So for you guys that don't know me, I'm Eric Brown. I'm an Allstate agent. Justin Harkelroad, who's also on the call, another Allstate agent. We're both in the Ohio, Indiana region. So I wanted to make this more of like an open forum. If you guys have questions, or if you guys have been running into problems and stuff like that, just shout it out and let's address it. Justin knows everything about the follow-up tool. I am by no means an expert, but I know a lot of you guys have been asking about my lead follow-up process. So that's kind of what we wanted to cover a little bit today. Nothing that you're going to see though is of my own creation. I rip off everybody. I know Kevin Perkins. I took a lot of stuff from him. I take a lot of Justin's stuff. So everything that I've done has been accumulation of other people's work. So I don't want to take credit for that. So if you guys have another idea that's awesome, speak up, because maybe I can make my process a little bit better. So that's kind of my take on the call. Justin, how you feel about all that?
Good by me. So, I saw this get created, so I'm here to answer questions on, why the follow-up tool exists, what it's supposed to do. From an automation standpoint, what you can and cannot do. I no longer technically do this thing day to day. So from a process standpoint for Allstate agents, I've kind of perfected what we do inside of our agency. And then we've obviously built it to fit our mold. So I'm down to help in any way I can. So I know this is Eric's gig because he's a superstar here. So I'm just here to support.
Just got to fake it till you make it, brother. So here, I'm going to try and share my screen, and you guys let me know if you can see this. All right. Can you guys see my follow-up tool right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for guys that have used follow-up tool, I'm sure you guys already know the features. Like I said, if you guys need more specific questions about some of the breakdowns and what you're doing with inside of it, let us know. Maybe that's something we can handle offline a little bit. But let's jump into my Facebook lead plan. So anybody that has follow-up tool, or I know we have a couple guys that are looking at getting follow-up tool. So this is where all your plans live at for the guys that are looking at this. And then we just created one right here that we just call Facebook lead plan. So any leads that come in now that we get for the day, so the only things that we really invest in is live transfers and Facebook leads. I don't pay for any internet leads, live time internet leads, none of that crap. It doesn't freaking close for us. So this is the only kind of internet leads I do is strictly Facebook. But when they come in, this is the way I have my stuff set up. So if anybody needs me to slow down or anything like that, or if you guys want a copy of some of the wordings and everything, let me know. And I can maybe, Frank, if you're still on, if I email you all the wordings for like my text and stuff, can you make those available to the tribe members?
Yeah, absolutely. What I'll do is I'll upload a PDF of the scripts along with the video in the module. That way everyone has a replay in the PDF. That'd be great.
Perfect. Yep. So I'll send these over to Frank then as soon as we're done with the call, so you guys all have access to them. But this is kind of the way I have it set up. So as soon as the lead comes in, obviously on day 0, so down here at the bottom when you're creating your plans, you can either do it by weeks or business days. So this is how many advanced business days you want that action to take place. So day 0, so the day that the lead comes in, we're going to trigger a phone call. So that way, oh wait, actually, I'm sorry. You know what? This is my old plan. See, I'm slipping. This is my new plan that I created for all my LSPs. So this is the way it goes. All right. So on day 0, when the lead comes in, first thing that's going to shoot out is a text, right? Hey, customer, Nicole with Allstate. So each one of my LSPs has their own assigned plan and their own Calendly link. So that way they can actually schedule their own appointments per LSP that has these texts going out. So like this is Nicole's Facebook lead plan. So hey, customer, Nicole with Allstate received a request for a quote, filled out on Facebook, perfect timing. Just recently took a rate decrease, which in Ohio we did. I don't know how the rest of you guys are in the country. So that'll definitely benefit you. I wanted to respect your time. So if you prefer to schedule an appointment with me, click the link and I'll call you at the time you requested. Otherwise, I'll reach out to you soon. Until we talk, have an amazing day. Right? So that way the link's right in there. They can click on that and they can schedule a Calendly link. an appointment then with Nicole, and she'll reach out to him at that point. Like I said, each one of my LSPs has their own plan and their own Calendly link then, so that we can embed that. If we don't hear a text back, there's going to be an email then that's triggered to go out at 6 p.m. that evening, basically repeating the exact same thing, saying that they can text us here at the office, they can call us, or they can click this link and schedule an appointment. This is basically, whoa, who's drawing on my screen? What the heck? Are you guys seeing these red lines all over the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the heck happened?
I'll erase it. I don't know. Someone always does that. There you go.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
So, but yeah, so this is basically the customer's last chance to schedule an appointment before we begin to blow them the fuck up. I'm sorry. Justin, did I beat your record? Did I cuss? So, sorry if you guys are offended. Anyway, I'm not sorry. And then also in the follow-up tool, you can add these little GIFs in here, right? So we got this little crazy bird waving hi to them, right? I like to, we don't take things too seriously here in our agency, so I like to add a lot of fun into stuff. So now if we didn't hear anything back from them, so hopefully we come in the morning and there's a text, there's an appointment set up, there's a reply to an email. If there isn't, then on day one, that's when we start our phone call. So one day after the lead is received. I don't typically call leads the day they're received because Facebook leads are exclusive to us. So there's no other agents that are competing for them. So why blow the customer up when you can try and be respectful to them up front and give them a chance to set an appointment rather than get blown up like they're used to when they shop for insurance. Again, that's just my take. It could be different for everybody. So generally we'll call them on day one if we haven't heard from them. If we don't hear from them by 3:00 p.m., if we haven't reached them, another text is going to go out. Nicole with Allstate again. Started working on the quote you requested on my Facebook ad. We have 2 quick questions to make sure we're maximizing your discounts. Are you single, married, or divorced? And do you own or rent your place? Right? And this is based on that whole, you have 45 seconds to engage a customer. That's basically what we're doing via text message, right? So this text goes out and you'd be amazed at how many people text back and say, I'm married and I own my place. And then your very next text message back can be, hey, Janet, or whatever. Perfect. I'm happy to hear that. We can maximize all your discounts then. Let me know when it's a good time to call and go over all your quotes. And so now the customer is already engaged and they're excited. So that, again, a second text that goes out. If we still haven't heard anything from that, day 2, we'll give them another phone call. And then we'll send them an email that day at 4 p.m. if we still haven't heard anything. And again, just, real basic. Hey, customer, it's whoever with Allstate wanted to follow up regarding the insurance quotes put together based on the information you submitted on Facebook. Is there any update on your end? I know we're a right fit for you and your family. Please email me back and let me know. I think this is one of Justin's emails. Day 3, throw out another call. Again, 11 a.m. If we haven't heard from them, we're going to shoot them another text. So now this is where we start to get, I guess, a little more harassing from some of Kevin's text messages that I pirated from him. And these things work. You will be amazed at how many people respond to these things. Day 4, make another phone call. Day 5, we'll put out the lunch email. So, hey, do you have plans for lunch today? If not, can we take 10 minutes, go over, these quotes with you? Then on day 5, if we still haven't heard back from them, at 1:30, they're going to get a text. And here start going the funny text, right? So, hey, Nicole with Allstate here again. I know I can be persistent, but I don't want to bug you. I want to take the sting out of insurance. Typically, when people offer to save you money, they take something away. Not this time. You get better coverage for great prices. Notice we're saying great prices, not at a discount at this point, because I'm not selling to price, right? I'm not going to beat people's prices. We're not going to beat Grange. We're not going to beat Erie. We're not going to beat that crap, but we're going to give them a better product. Right? So I don't set that expectation that we're going to be cheaper. I set the expectation we're going to provide you better coverage at a good price. And again, always ending with that question. Has any of your info changed? Because you'll be surprised at how many people email you back. Nope, my info's still the same. Stuff like that. Day 6, make another call. Day 7, then we'll send out this text. This one's just real short to the point. Hey, Nicole from Allstate, you have time to go over your quote. See if you can get a response. Also on day 7, then if we haven't heard from them, 7 o'clock that night, my heart's starting to break thinking that you don't want to hear about the quote I put together for you. I'd love to be a trusted advisor, though, and I promise I'm putting you in a better place than where you currently are. When's the best time for me to call you? And then we threw in a little Agnes there from Despicable Me. So then we keep going. Here's our next text that goes out. Whatever, Janet. They say you can never lose a homing pigeon. If your homing pigeon doesn't come back, what you've lost is just a pigeon. I haven't lost you, have I? Are you available to go over the quote? That's generally, this one here is when customers start to respond because they're like, holy shit, these guys are freaking nuts and they're not going away. And they'll start engaging with you about that point. Call them on day 9, day 11, whatever their name is. As I watched my dog chasing its tail, I thought, dogs are easily amused. Then I realized I was the one easily amused by watching a dog chase its tail. Am I turning into that girl? I don't know. I don't want to chase my tail. I want to quote your insurance, right? Day 12, try and call them again. We'll send them another text. My husband found out I replaced our bed with a trampoline and hit the roof. You'll be jumping for joy once you see what we can do for your insurance. Can I email you the quote? Generally, at this point now, they've had enough of this texting stuff that they will either respond and they're going to say, yes, holy shit, email me the quote, or stop freaking texting me. And that's fine. I tell my staff all the time, don't be afraid of no's, because the biggest time waster out there is chasing maybes. I want people to commit, yes or no, right? I don't want a maybe.
Hey, Eric, real quick question for you. So do these follow-up items trigger based off of a response from the client? So if someone responds to a text or an email, do you guys have to manually take them out of these follow-up workflows, or does the system do that like with a tag or something? Do you know?
Yeah, so it doesn't automatically do it. So generally what will happen, so if somebody responds to a text and they finally start to engage us, we'll just suspend the plan in place. So rather than take them out of the plan, because we want to give them time to engage us and not get like another text message of like, hey, let me quote your insurance, because they're going to be like, no shit, I already responded to you and said quote my insurance. So at that point, we'll just pause the plan, and I'll show you guys how to do that here in just a second.
Cool.
Justin, unless you know a better way to do it.
No, you're right.
Okay. Day 15, we'll give them another call. Day 16, another text message, and now we're starting to kind of get down towards the end. Hey, customer, there's no I in denial. Now isn't the right time to talk insurance. That's okay. I'll follow up with you in a few months. In the meantime, if you need anything, don't hesitate to call. Have a great day. Right? So we're setting the expectation. We're going to be reaching back out to them and letting them know we're not going to continue to bug them. And then my next one, I set 8 weeks out. So notice now I changed from business days to weeks. In 8 weeks, Wednesday, 6 p.m., they'll get a text message. Hey, customers, Nicole with Allstate. I don't want to be silent like the X and xylophone, so keep me in mind for your insurance needs. Do you have any other cars that need to be quoted? Right? Again, that question, so we can hopefully trigger a response. And then we'll try and give them a call that same, in 8 weeks on that Wednesday. So that's the basic end of the plan. And then once that plan expires, if it's somebody good, maybe we'll wait a couple weeks and we'll just reapply the plan and we'll push it out, a month or 2 months, and we'll have it start at that point. So when I say that we push a plan out or anything like that, I'll show you kind of how we pause stuff. So once you're into a prospect, here's your prospect page. Sorry, I was just reading the text. Anyway, that was a quoted household. Let me find somebody else. My LSPs are quoting too many people. Yeah, I got another one. There we go. There we go. All right. So here's once you're into the customer's page here, this is where you can see how the plan's breaking down. So it's telling you the date that different activities are going to happen. So like on the 25th, Abby's going to be triggered to make this first phone call. 6:30 p.m., that text message is going to go out. Email is going to go out. She's going to get triggered to make a phone call on the 26th, 27th, 30th, whatever. So let's say Abby calls her tomorrow. On that first phone call, and the customer goes, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm busy today. Can you call me back on the 27th? Let's get this done. Obviously, that night, we don't want this text message to go out, right, and say that we've experienced rate decreases, who's your insurance with now, because we have an expectation we're going to call them on the 27th. So from here, then, what we'll do is go over here to postpone. And I'm going to postpone the whole plan, and I'm going to resume it. If they want called on the 27th, I'll probably resume it then next Monday on the 30th. So now if the customer hasn't talked to me on the 27th or the 28th, on the 30th, they're going to start right back up on that plan, and it's going to start going back through until they re-engage with me. Everybody cool on that, or anybody got questions? If you got questions, throw it in the chat bar or just shout it out. Nothing? All right. Sweet. Justin, anything?
No, I'm watching these questions, so I'll attack these.
Oh, are there questions coming in?
Yeah.
I don't know why my chat bar.
Keep on rolling with what you want to roll. I mean, if you want me to, I can start answering these things.
Yeah, go for
it. So I think your plan is shared. Yeah, someone confirmed your plan is shared, so it's out there. If it's not, click on management real quick and show them how to share in case they know. So just click on one. I don't care. Anyone.
Okay.
Then click on that edit to the right, top right, and that's where you can share it with other people. So that way, everyone can steal your plan. So a little box right there says share plan with other agencies, and you would update that, and it will show up for the rest of the country.
You guys are they're gonna be confused when it says this plans for Facebook leads aside to Nicole. So you got to hire Nicole.
Yeah, or edit, whatever's easier. What I do want to point out with shared plans, because people have called and bitched and said, well, it says, yeah, you think Eric cusses, just sit down. So they call, complain, and they say, this plan says X. Well, they went and stole that plan from another agency. So you need to read through the stuff you're stealing from other agencies to make sure it doesn't have anything specific to their agency, similar to a Calendly link or something being inside of there that's specific to them. Patricia asked, does Lightspeed work with any other CRMs? It can work with any CRM, but the automation and stuff automatically happening for you, and obviously like user stats to the top right, are not going to be included with other CRMs. And the more integration and the all-in-one this has, the more we're going to push everybody else out. Biggest shared plans. That's Frank. New user. Regarding texting and Allstate DNF. Oh, God. So in our lead forms, they respond to yes to text. I thought I heard somewhere that we need to verify yes to text a second time. Is that correct?
Yeah, hold on here. I'll show you where it's at. So like when they come in, here's the web form. This is your actual Wufoo form that's received. The very first question, can we text you about your quote? Yes.
Right. So there's the response. So I'm going to attack this from a corporate head standpoint, and then you can make your decision on which direction you want to go after the fact. Do you have to get a double opt-in? Yes. Is hearsay the only compliant option for texting? Yes. Do I think Fall Tool is going to get approved? I do, and I think it's going to be very soon. But what you can see above that is a send button, which is essentially a double opt-in. So if you want to follow the necessary steps that an Allstate agency is supposed to follow, you would get that opt-in from that lead form. You could then send a double opt-in. They can reply yes, and you'd be logging their opt-in and their double opt-in, and they would have the verbiage on how to actually stop those automatic messages as well. So you've gone through all those necessary steps. If you called your region and said, hey, is this approved? The answer is no, nothing's approved except hearsay, because they have access to monitor those text messages. As far as I understand, from our leadership on our Lightspeed team, all the compliance questionnaires are done, and I think we're getting ready to get approved. But we're not changing anything, so we're not going to neuter it. Each agent in your agency has a Calendly through what account? Yeah, you can answer that. So this is for you. Each agent in your agency has a Calendly account through what account, not your Allstate account, right? Brandon asked that.
Yeah. Yep. They just went on through their own Google accounts and made their own Calendly, so it links to their phones because everybody has their Google Calendar on their phone. I'm a huge proponent. I refuse to put my Allstate email on my phone. Won't do it. When I'm out of the office at home with my family, I will not think about work. Not happening.
Good point. Can you share the plan you did? Do you have to be on Lightspeed plan, or can you use any other VoIP? You could. Yeah, you can use any other VoIP and use follow-up tool. There's just certain things that won't happen. So on the bottom right where it says dialer, it's not going to say your extension. It's going to say your office phone number. So we can connect to your office phone and push things out. We obviously can't pull your recordings from like your Phonality call report or your Ring Central call report or your DWell. I mean, DWell doesn't work, but the rest of the call reports. Justin, any chance that Fall Tool will go full automation? Allow plans to automatically be assigned. Steve, what's up, bro? Yeah, so there's a lot of development going on from an all-in-one integration standpoint. So once we attack and we get to the point where we're happy, which God knows when that'll be, we can start working on some full automation stuff that will not get you fired from Allstate corporate. But yeah, that's totally in the cards. Brandon asked you a question. Eric, did you zap your Wufoo form in a follow-up tool? Do you use AC campaign as well?
So I use, we just go right from, Facebook into Zap, and then we just zap it right into Wufoo. And Up here in the little gear menu, you'll see how to web leads, how to bring your web or Wufoo. So right here's your steps to link your Wufoo right to follow-up tool and bring those forms right in. So you just follow right along.
April asked Eric, which plan is yours in the shared plans? April, when you click on the shared plans folder, it's going to tell you the agency that shared it over on the right-hand side, which is his is under Eric Brown Insurance.
So, yeah, if you private plans. Yeah, so if you go down here to shared plans, this will bring up all the plans that are shared around here. Mark Mercer, who's another creator of Follow-Up Tool, his are great plans to steal. He's really good. Craig Wiggins has some plans in here. Justin's got some. I'm guessing mine will probably be at the end, won't it, since I just said share?
Whatever one was updated. I don't know if you can see your own, though.
Oh, that's true. So mine should be in there. It should say Eric Brown Insurance or something. I don't know. I don't know what I need.
Eric Brown Insurance.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever it says. Okay. But yeah, it should be in there now.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, so when you zap your Wufoo form to the follow-up tool, is it on round robin or is it just going to specific agents? Like, how do you, as far as if you have 10, 15 leads? Go ahead. Yeah.
Mine just come in like this, right? So they pop in right here. So this is, as they come in, this is where they're popping into. And like these ones here, they haven't assigned. So I just need to go jump knee deep in somebody's ass that my staff is not assigning these leads when they're coming in.
Okay. So it's basically when it comes in, does it come to you or does it go to, is it available to everyone?
Yep. It's available to everybody. So whoever's available.
So it's like Hunger Games.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Hunt or be killed.
May the odds ever be in your favor. Got it.
That's it.
We got asked about round robin when we built it a lot. And there's actually stuff built on the backside with Lightspeed to have the phone automatically ring. And I think it's actually live inside of my agency for testing. So if you get a lead that comes in, you can set up a round robin automatic ring feature where it'll ring your person's phone and then it'll call pop directly to that lead coming in. I have no idea why it's not live, but it's got to be something with development. But I'll send a message and that'll be an option for people that are with Lightspeed. Send a message right now. I just hate round robin because I don't want to reward people just sitting there.
That's kind of my take too. I reward everybody that's hustling. Our call volume's low as shit. And actually, the reason they haven't assigned these is they've been closing business already today. I think Abby just closed like 13 items. So before noon. So yeah.
Fuck you.
But you know what? And they're all triggering off a follow-up tool. You guys would be amazed. Seriously, it's the best thing ever when you come in the morning and your text messages are full of people that are like, yeah, I'm available at 11 today. Call me. And then you got to look at them and you're like, holy shit, who is this? And then you look it up and you're like, oh, the system was automatically doing its thing and sitting there sending out texts and emails and everything else. So it's great that it tees it up for you like that. We got anything else on follow-up tool? Or because I know guys had questions on for the Allstate agents also how we're embedding videos and Calendly into e-proposals and leveraging Allstate's e-proposal system. So if you got other questions on follow-up tool, give me a shout out. Otherwise, we'll move on. No? Good?
You're clear.
All right. And then I know Justin's got his own take on videos. So, I mean, he can jump in here also if he wants to do that, but I'll show you guys sort of how I do this. So now you've got a customer that's done a quote, right? And they want you to send that e-proposal. My guys have done everything they can to overcome that because I freaking hate sending e-proposals. And pretty much if you send an e-proposal without a video, I will smash your keyboard and send you home for the day. It doesn't happen because there is no way I'm turning control over to a customer, right? I'm going to maintain control of the sales process. And at least by adding a video, I feel like we're maintaining some control of the sales process. So we got the quote done. Great. For you guys that don't have it, Loom is what we use to pre-record our videos. All right. So what we'll do is generally I will start from this page here. I'll just pull up my agent page. And then once you download Loom, you end up with this little icon in the top right corner. So you click on that and it'll pull it up. And my camera obviously is being used by this meeting. So it's not pulling up on here. But you can share your screen and camera, or just the camera. Yeah, I know my camera's being shared. So once you do that, just click start recording. Your camera will kick on and it will record whatever is on your screen with this little bubble that has you in the very bottom of it. So you can kind of lead them through their quote. So that's what we'll do is we'll start recording, and I will come through and, oh, wrong screen. Nope, wrong screen again. All right, there we go. So I'll come through and I'll actually just walk them through the e-proposal, right? So as we start up, I'm like, hey, Mr. Customer, just wanted to touch base. Thanks again for everything that you've done for us, whatever your talk path is. I just wanted to go over, this amazing policy that we set up for you. So, in this case here, we got you set up. We got you accident forgiveness, the easy play plan. So they must be in the standard package. And then we'll just go through all their coverages. So again, I'm not leaving it up to them. I'm taking them on a guided tour of the actual quote. And you can point stuff back out, like the claim satisfaction guarantee. So when you get to this point, right, a customer is going to skip over this. I make sure I always stop them. And I'm like, look, Mr. Customer, you know what? This right here is the greatest thing since sliced bread. No other insurance company in the world would even dare do this because they don't have balls as big as Allstate. And back, our claims process with our money. So it's us putting our money where our mouth is. And you explain the, claims satisfaction guarantee. I'll show them the different options between platinum, gold, and standard. Go through their renters, go through their umbrella, which they don't have on this quote. So Abby's going to get an earful. So anyway, go through all that. As soon as you're done doing your video, it's going to record in Loom, and it's going to show up sort of like this. All right. Now this was just a test that I actually did, stealing your whiteboard idea, Justin. So that's why you see my desk looks like crap. But once your video is done processing, you end up at this screen, and you're going to come over here to this embed code, right? So take this embed code here, copy it, and then you're going to come into your e-proposal screen where you guys have this all set up. Delete out all this crap. Take all of it out. All right. So once we come in here, I just go right in and I put in, that's that embed code from Loom. All right. Skip down a couple spaces, and then we'll do our Calendly appointment. So once you have your Calendly account set up, this one's mine. Normally I'll do like a set up my policy with Eric. Hit that little gear, come down, grab this embed code again. So you're going to copy it, bring it back over into your e-proposal, paste it in, and you're all set to go. Now, when you send this to a customer, this is what they get in their e-proposals. So when they open the actual e-proposal that Allstate sends them, which also, remember, Allstate's system also leverages some automation, right? So now by using Allstate's e-proposal system, they're going to constantly be getting text messages and emails, or not text messages, they're going to get emails from Allstate plus the text and emails from my agency. So it kind of leverages everything, but now there's a video.
Hey, Eric from Allstate.
Right? So there's our video there. And that's a good face there. That's a face only a mother could love. But they'll get a video tour of it. And then right below it then is our Calendly link. So now they can go ahead and select in here and they can book a time to set up their policy. It keeps us in control of the process and not turning the process over to the customer and losing control. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So why are you sending your video walkthrough that is the e-proposal through the e-proposal system and not just sending it from a direct email, because you already are showing them, because they could just skim over your video and get lost at the bottom?
They could, and the one thing I do like about Loom though too is it logs if they actually watch the video or not. So I know if the customer skipped over it. But I like to send it in the e-proposal system because one, the e-proposal system not only tracks if they look at the e-proposal, Loom's tracking if they view the video. But then if they don't bind the policy, Allstate's going to continue to email them. So it's just adding like another layer of automation onto that sale for us, in addition to everything that we have in follow-up tool. So that's why I like using the e-proposal system.
Do we agree that e-proposal system might not actually reach the end user very much?
Yeah, we do. And so a lot of times my staff will ask them and they'll just say, hey, look, would it be easier if I text you the quote instead of email it to you. And if the customer is like, yeah, text me the quote, then we'll do that from inside a follow-up tool.
And you can text them the video.
Yeah. So what we'll do is same thing. So here's that embed code in Loom. So we'll just copy that code, come into follow-up tool. Okay. So once we come in here, we'll grab a customer. Well, I got to have permission to text. That'd be my lockout. Accidentally send it out. Let me see if I can find myself here.
Not quite that.
Anyway, all right. So anyway, if they say, yeah, go ahead and text me the quote, we'll come in here to send them a text and just say, hey, Holly, whatever, here's the quote you asked for. And then just paste that embed code right in here. And if you don't want all of this gibberish to show up, you can delete off part of this here until you get up to the end part of the code right there. And then you can take off everything in front of from right here. So if you take all that off and then you hit send, it sends it, and the link's right there. As soon as they click on it, it's going to go right into Loom and they can watch their video proposal. And there's no e-proposal at all for them to go through then. It's just a video they can watch.
So you can skip all of that embed part and just copy the link?
Yep.
That way you don't got to delete all that stuff, and then it will show up from Loom. I'm trying to see if I have a text.
Yeah, I would probably use Bitly on that too, so it's not taking up your characters.
There's no character, so I don't even know what the fuck. What camera am I on? This one. It shows up as a playable video, so it'll show up from Loom playable video.
So, hey Frank, that might be something I got to get. If somebody out here is smarter about it than me on the whole bit, I haven't quite figured out this whole Bitly link and stuff like that. So if somebody's cool with getting with me on a side note, maybe another day, I'd love to learn how to do that.
Hey, Justin, quick question. It's Steve. When you're having the text come through and it's the clickable video right away, that's a regular link or the embed code?
That's just regular link.
Really?
I tested on Android and iPhone.
I guess it comes up on that end.
Huh?
I send it that way, so that's what's coming up on their end?
Correct.
Wow.
And someone asked about length. Don't go over 2 minutes. People will stop watching your stuff. So 2 minutes max. I mean, should be about 1.5 minutes trying to get through exactly what you want to do to make sure they're watching them.
Yep. I think this, some of, like this one here was a little long. This was 322 because this was a home auto and umbrella. But yeah, you got to try and keep them short. Try not to make, 20-minute videos because, no customer is going to watch that. But the big secret is when a customer is persistent about watching that or about sending them a proposal, right? And the customer is like, hey, can you send me over the e-proposal? My staff's going to try and overcome that. And if they're just persistent, nope. I need to see a proposal. We'll try and overcome it again. No, can you just send me a proposal? Yeah, absolutely. Tell you what, I'll do you one better. I'm going to send you a video proposal. If I send it to you right now and text it to you or email it to you, whichever one's easier, will you watch it for me? Yes or no? And just get a commitment from the customer. Like I said, stop having your staff waste time chasing maybes. Because if the customer's like, nope, I'm not going to watch it, why would you waste time? Hey, no problem. Sorry I couldn't help you out right now. Can I reach out to you in 6 months? And just send them for a future repo plan. And just move on with your life. Chase a yes or, something like that rather than chasing maybes. I don't know. Thoughts?
Agree. Yes or no? Yes or no? Use it with your kids. Use it with everybody. Loom is free, Rob. Yeah. Loom is free. So
that's all I got. I think we did pretty good keeping our call to, about a half hour. What do you guys have? What questions do you have? What do you want to see?
April said, I don't think they got what you were trying to say about the video. There's an easier way. So on your screen right there, Eric, it says copy link right above that embed code. All you do is click on that.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know that. So yeah.
And then it'll show up as a box.
Oh, okay. So then you just click that and come right into your text message.
And I would eliminate all of your jargon. I mean, this is just me. But if I
yeah,
gotta send, you don't need to send all the hey, blah, blah, blah. hit the button and hit play. And it actually will play, at least on iPhone, inside of the message.
Yep. What else we got? Any other questions from it? Do you use generic saved? Hold on a second. Hey, Matt, what's up, bro? We got Rodney Dangerfield on this call. Do you use a generic? Oh, wait, where'd it go? Do you use a generic save video when sending a quote, or do you make a new video for every quote? We make a new video for every quote.
He gets noticed.
He's gonna beat me next time he sees me.
He's tiny.
30. Thanks for the info. Hey, no problem, man.
Yeah, we know, Matt.
So yeah, I make a new video. I mean, it's only 3 minutes, right? Make it customized to the customer. Make them feel important. I mean, if we're going to be $600 more a year, $700 more a year than what they're currently paying, better roll out the red carpet and build value. So another thing too, if you guys are interested, I just built this out yesterday, and so far this started working great yesterday when we launched it. My policy renewal plan, same thing. Rather than wasting time blowing customers up, first thing that goes out is an email and a text with a copy or a link to my Calendly to set an appointment for their policy renewal. And I put it in the customer's lap then. Here's a text message, here's an email. Tell me when it's a good time to do your policy renewal. And inside of Calendly, check this action out. I'm kind of digging this. You can set your questions. So I have the questions for the customer, their name, their email address. How do you prefer your review? In person, recorded video, online video conference, over the phone? I do not wish to review my policy. So I just lay it out there for the customer, and then that way they can select that, and that goes right into my calendar. And I know if they want me to do a recorded video, reviewing everything, if they want to do a video conference over the phone, in person, if they don't want to review it.
It's good shit.
So, I mean, when you get big like Justin and have thousands and thousands of customers and stuff like that, he doesn't have time to pick up the phone and call everybody. So if they just start scheduling appointments and this thing's going out because the service agents are setting it for him automatically, and if they're just showing up on his calendar of, hey, send me a video, let's do a video conference on Wednesday at 2:00, how much easier does that make your life rather than trying to chase customers all day?
It's very smart. Good job, Eric.
But, well, for the Allstate guys, or anybody that may have made the Craig Wiggins conference last year, Justin talked about it, of leverage your technology. There's so much technology available to us, man, leverage it. Leverage every bit of technology you have and make your job as easy as possible. If you use Gmail or for Calendly, can you forward it to Outlook? You could actually do Outlook right from Calendly, so you don't have to forward it. I like Gmail. I don't like Outlook. Mine never seems to work right. You can integrate Calendly with Outlook. Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
What percentage of quotes do you do video?
Doing the Loom video again, just real quick. How you did it? How it pops up on the screen when you do it?
Oh, how do you actually do the video quote?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, just start with a good backdrop, because remember, when you share your screen, customer is going to see whatever's on your screen. So I start with this because I actually look professional here, and so I like to start there. But if you have Loom downloaded on your computer, you'll have this icon up here in the top right hand corner. Just click that icon and it's going to pull right up, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to share your screen and cam, just your screen, or just your camera? So I'll select screen and cam. I can't right now because my camera is being used on this. So you'll just select screen and cam, and then you'll see your face appear down here, and they'll be able to see whatever's on your screen. Just click start recording and go. And it'll take you right in and just walk right through your e-proposal. Keep it short, sweet, to the point. And when you're done, it'll redirect you into your dashboard automatically, which will come up into here. Hit that copy link, and you're all set. You're off and running.
If you guys want to know what to say in a video proposal, there's a module in Kajabi that talks about video proposals and a step-to-step process of introducing yourself, the agency, getting people comfortable with you before you start pitching your product. And like Justin was saying, if you're going over 2 minutes, that's too damn long because people won't pay attention past that mark. 2 minutes, you're already pushing it. So if you guys want like a step-to-step process, check it out in Kajabi, and that would probably help you out if you don't know what to say or what to do.
Yeah, that module that Frank did, that thing's freaking killer. That's what got me interested in doing this. And then Anthony Aguilar showed me how to embed all this stuff into the e-proposals. But like I said, so I mean, that's been huge. But yeah, that module on Kajabi is freaking killer. So if you haven't watched it yet, watch that one. I like that one.
Frank, I need the good videos, bro. You got me on the noob stuff. I can't find it.
You haven't graduated yet, bro. You don't deserve it. Just kidding, bro.
He's like, yeah, you don't have access to those yet. What?
All right. So other than that, who else has anything for us for the betterment of the group?
You guys had a lot of questions in the threads in the group, and you guys are quiet now. Now's your time.
It's tough to.
So I'm trying to figure out like what is the, when you're looking for automation. I know we just had a call about Active Campaign. I'm trying to figure out like if there's a way, or that one is better, or if I'm doing a bare bones process, like which way to go. I don't know if I've kind of got that here, so I would still end up watching more videos after this call because of that. Like I getting ready to start a trial of Active Campaign, and then I actually have follow-up tool, but I don't use it. I've had it for months, so I'm just trying to figure out like which way to go.
All right, well, I'll tell you, here's my 2 cents on that. Right now, because I'm studying for my Series 6, so Frank's actually running my ads for me right now, or the Lead Geeks guys are. And I believe you guys use Active Campaign, don't you, Frank?
Only if you request it. So for people like you that use follow-up tool, they tend not to use Active Campaign because of the plans that are already integrated.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brandon, if you're asking me, man, if you're going to go all in on a system that your agents are using where they can manage individualized leads, your answer is going to be follow-up tool. It's not as like automated and triggered as Active Campaign is. Like as an example, someone schedules an appointment or they fill out a follow-up form, like we can get that to trigger an Active Campaign. But the only powerful thing there is going to be your deal stages, and then your email automation. As far as individualized leads, your reps are in each account here texting people back and forth, emailing people back and forth, and you just can't do that in Active Campaign. It doesn't have the two-way features. So if you have a follow-up tool, you need to go all in with follow-up tool. And then if you want more email automated campaigns aside from what's available in follow-up tool, then that's where Active Campaign comes into play. If that makes sense.
Got it.
Can you buy follow-up tool alone, or do you have to buy that with the Lightspeed phone system?
You can buy it alone.
Like if I'm working, like I use DYL. I mean, I don't really like their lead management that much. I mean,
Sorry, our condolences.
Yeah. So, but
You like their phone system?
will follow-up tool work with it?
Yes. Here's my 2 cents. So I built follow-up tool to make LSPs' lives easier. 100%. That's the only reason I was. Mark and I took the stance of, I don't want to sell the thing to people. I want you to either like it or not like it, and I don't give a shit one way or the other. It was built to maximize growth. I was one of the first 50 users inside of DYL. So we came from using that thing for 3.5 years. And I would never suggest someone having both of them. So I want you to either pick one and pick a lane and go. Can you use follow-up tool in DYL? Yes. Will it confuse the shit out of your LSPs? 100%. There's too many things that they both do that are similar. So I would not suggest it. And that's me telling you to keep your money if you're going to keep the DYL phones, because I think it's going to cause you more headache with your staff, which is not what I want for any agent, because we deal with enough stuff as it is.
So Todd, yeah, man, how long have I been using follow-up tool? Sounds like it's been a game changer for you. So I'm a big analytics guy. I love knowing what is performing, what's not performing. So we got into follow-up tool in February, ported over in March. I had DYL since I opened, and I paid for an entire year. So my DYL contract actually still runs all the way through to October, and they refuse to refund it for me for the unused portion. I don't care. Follow-up tool has paid for itself. So I switched over. Justin told me that because I was just going to use follow-up tool with DYL. He said pick one or the other and go all in. So I just switched over to Lightspeed for the phones, partnered it with DYL. And now I just kind of chuckle when everybody else is like, oh, my phones are down. I can't call my prospects. And we're sitting here calling. So, in that aspect there. But follow-up tool alone, so with all my staff, I think we just upped, so we're adding like 6 more seats this month. So we'll be paying $400 or $500 a month roughly for follow-up tool and Lightspeed. But follow-up tool alone is responsible for bringing in on our commission, without us, just the automation sequences, it will bring in about $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So I'm in the positive $1,500.
Good Lord.
That doesn't include what my guys sell. That's just what follow-up tool triggers for my staff to be able to call and close. So it'll pay for itself.
Happy to hear that.
So
Lightspeed works similar to DYL. Is that what you're saying, Eric?
What's that?
Lightspeed is a similar system to the DYL phone system.
No, the phone system's that completely separate or different. It is a learning curve to go to Lightspeed, but my phones have never gone down since I switched over, ever. So that's the big game changer.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
I would say that you can do more with FUT than what you can do with DYL. They're both good systems, but as far as like what and Justin brought up a good point when it comes to team management and making things easier on your team. Follow-up tools there. It's right up there to help you guys sell better, close better, stay on top of your leads. You guys know we manage over 80 agents right now. Half of them are All-Stay agents. The people with follow-up tool never give us an issue. They close business left and right from Facebook. People who don't use follow-up tool always have the same excuse that they can't get a hold of their leads. So I wonder where the outlier is, right? Like you guys saw Eric's plan. He follows up for, what is it, 15 days, Eric?
Yeah, and then all the way out to 8 weeks.
All the way out to 8 weeks, and it's all automated. So that just shows you a big difference on even if it's not Facebook leads, any other type of leads that you guys are importing to your systems. The bottom line is what tools are going to allow you guys to stay on top of your leads day after day, week after week, until you get a quote out and actually have a conversation. And if your current system isn't allowing you to do that consistently and as automated as you want it to be, then you need to find something else.
And you know, the nice thing is follow-up tool really took the guesswork out of it, which is what I liked for my staff. So like this is Abby's dashboard, so you can go in and monitor your staff's dashboard for the day. So everything in black here is everything that she has to do for the day. So like, I mean, all she has to do is come in, log in, and follow along. That's it. And this thing even prioritizes stuff. So here's a couple people that she missed yesterday because she was a closing machine. So she didn't get through all of her calls. So now those are red, they're right up front. So she's going to take care of those where she's behind. And then she's just going to work. Quoted household, follow up, Facebook, quoted household. And she's just going to go. Here's a 60-day follow up. So this system's reminding her all the way out 60 days. She's still going to follow up on a quoted household. And it's just going to go. So the biggest thing I can tell you, if you guys have DYL, Mark Mercer told me this. He said, when you switch over to follow-up tool, your staff's going to hate you because it is a completely different system than DYL. But come your first round of requotes, your staff will love you. If you are putting your X dates in here and this thing is teeing up sales, your staff will love you when they come in the morning. And, you know, there's a text message that says, yeah, I remember you. Call me at 3 o'clock today. And they look it up and they quoted this person 6 months ago, 4 months ago, couldn't help them out and assign that future requote plan. And now the customer is re-engaging with them automatically and your LSP didn't have to think about it. For the first 15 days, is your follow-up just email and text or also calls? So the calls start on one day after the lead is received. So just only the very day that the lead comes in is the only day that we don't call. We give the customer the opportunity to schedule an appointment by text and email first. Chris, if that answers your question. Yep. Other than that, I think I saw something for you at some point, Justin, but I don't know. Maybe it went away.
I don't think
Omar, just out of curiosity, man. I wanted to address this one. I was curious what you're asking. What would be the best to do to promote your business location? Can you expand on that? Do you have a way to chime in?
Is this follow-up tool available in Salesforce as an add-on to management systems? No, but I mean, if you want to try to sell that to Salesforce, that'd be cool. No, it's not, because it's completely separate. They got a big-ass building in downtown Indianapolis. Doug said, I want to point out something. So Doug said, it's tough to propose auto, home, life, and umbrella in 2 minutes. Laugh out loud. That's your phone call. So you should be having these deep conversations on the phone. Videos, if someone calls you and says, hey, I want a quote, send me an email. Like Eric has said, don't waste your time with these people that just want you to put some trash in their email box. You should be having an auto, home, life, and umbrella conversation on the phone. You should be figuring out what the true objection is. And if you truly can't close it, those are the qualifications, in my opinion, for a video. And we use whiteboards, but you can use the e-proposal process, whatever it is. I wouldn't be sending videos to everybody because some people are just a complete waste of time. If you're on the phone with them and you say, why do you want this thing in the email? Well, I want this. Okay, so why do you want that? And you continue to ask why and tear off the layers of the BS that they're giving you and then truly find that objection. Then you can attack that in a 1.5-minute video. And 99% of the videos are a conversation about the extra liability you're giving them, the cost around what that extra liability is, and you justifying why they should be buying. And at the end of that video, you saying, is this a yes or is this a no? Let's not waste any more time. And if you get a no, my salespeople enjoy getting no's now rather than no response or a maybe, because like he said, it's a waste of space. And you don't want your dashboard, especially on Follow-Up Tool, filled up with a bunch of maybes. You want either yeses, that's all you want, or no's, and no, you're going to future requote them, put them in the future.
Yeah, and Justin, he's 100% right. So the point of the video in 3 minutes, it's 3 minutes to overcome an objection. That's all the videos are doing, are overcoming objections to why the customer is not buying. We're not going back through the whole conversation and the whole phone call scorecard and stuff like that. We're not doing that. It's just overcoming an objection. Because if you go back through and you have these big, deep conversations with people, if you're doing your quote via video, all they're going to do is take that video or that e-proposal and they're going to send it to an independent agent and say, hey, shop this between every carrier that you have, match all the liability limits and see if you can do it cheaper. So, no offense to, the independents and stuff like that, but I don't want to do their work for them. I'm not saying I would, I'm just saying, but that's my experience, is that customers they just shop exactly what we quote them for a better price. Is the follow-up tool available? Oh, no, that was already it. Cool. I think we're at do you have any automation that works for ALR? I will let you know. I am working on ALR right now. It seems like ALR gets a ton of no's. We get a crap ton of leads for ALR requests, but by starting them out with a text or an email, it seems like they just respond back and they're like, no, I'm not interested. So it seems like ALRs, you pretty much just have to call right off the bat. I don't know. I've been playing around with it. I just haven't found anything that works yet.
I'll attack this a little bit. So we have a live specialist in our office. Every single closed deal gets live transferred to him. We have like almost 50 IPS this year so far. And I would say 70% of those are off of new business. So when we complete a plan with sale, we're also applying the onboarding plan at the same exact time. We're applying, I think it's called the integrated life plan, and it is out there shared. That also gets applied and assigned to my life specialist. So you have the ability to assign plans to multiple people and have multiple plans assigned. So there's a lot going on in the background. So there could be a point where you have an onboarding plan, a life plan, ITV hazard plan, all that stuff can be happening, but it can be assigned to the users that it needs to be happening from. So Bill will get that plan assigned to him, and then after the automation or based on his conversation, he'll go in there and adjust that plan as need be based on if it's an e-sign plan now or whatever.
Yeah, and the plan that I stole with current customers, this one is, if you go into the shared plans, I took Mark Mercer's, and it's labeled this, onboarding plan with integrated life. So that's for any new sale that my staff does. If they don't get ALR with it, they'll just assign that plan, and that tees up an ALR conversation along with their onboarding. Do you have to be with Allstate to get follow-up tool? Absolutely not. Anybody can enjoy it, I believe, right?
Yep.
All right. I think we're at the hour mark. You guys got anything else? Speak now. Forever hold your peace. With Justin and Frank on here, you guys got the men, the myths, the legends.
Cool.
No? All right.
I think that's it. Well, guys, thanks for coming. Justin, Eric, thank you guys for your knowledge. The recording will be up within 2 hours, guys, and we'll put out. I'll remind everybody where the Loom video modules are, and then we'll get the recording out as soon as possible. Everyone, have a good rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow on tomorrow's automation call.